Okay, so we are going to do eyedropper art. Lou, do you see my beautiful bright artwork here today? So this is eyedropper art, my friends. Do you see it, Lou? Ta-da! So everybody here has probably heard about eye drops. Probably, and some of you have even used them. Can you guys put up your hand so I can see if you've used eye drops before? I have. And lots of my friends have, because eye drops are very helpful for your eyes and for many different reasons. Does anybody want to tell me why they've used eye drops? I've used them because I've had an infection in my eye, and I've used them because I also needed to have water in my eyes because I had dry eyes. So I needed something called lubrication. Has anybody had any other reasons why they might have needed eye drops? Do you remember, Lou, is it to dilate your eyes to make them bigger inside?
Yes.
That's right. I was a good guesser, wasn't I? Now, Olivia and I are both child life specialists, and we help kids with eyes and eye drops all the time. I even brought a giant eyeball friend today. Hello, everybody. This is my eyeball friend. See his face? Hello. He's going to help us do a little bit of fun stuff with eyes and also maybe make us laugh a little bit when I sing the silly song for you guys. Do you want to get started with our painting, my friends? And I can show you my painting and how I've set it up on my table. Or would you like me to sing a silly song to you first? Song, painting, song, painting. What do you feel like, guys?
You say. Which one?
A song? Haha. See, I knew it. I've been telling my friends like a teaser. I never even told Olivia what the song was like, but I've written it out and I'm going to send it to everybody. But would you like me to sing it for you right now? Okay. I'll hold up my eyeball friend and he can sing with me. Are you ready? Are your ears open? Clean them out. I want you to hear me. Okay. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Eye drops in my eye. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Important for my eyes. I can take a deep breath, sing songs and blink my eyes. And this will help me cope my best at eye drop time. What do you think? Not bad, eh? I love you guys and I love writing songs for you guys. Shall I sing it one more time? And then I'll send it out so all of you have it and you can listen to this recording. But I think that Olivia is going to need to learn how to sing this song pretty soon, so all the kids in Australia can sing it as well. Okay, are you ready? You guys can do a silly dance if you want while I'm singing. Maybe even blink your eyes really big or do funny faces. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Eye drops in my eyes. Drip, drop, drip, drop. Important for my eyes. I can take a deep breath, sing songs and blink my eyes. And this will help me cope my best at eye drop time. Yay! Instead of clapping your hands, let's blink our eyes. Can you see me? I'm blinking. Amazing. Great work, everybody. That was really fun to sing and really even more fun to see you blinking your eyes instead of clapping your hands. Excellent work. Now I'm going to turn my computer camera so that you can see my artwork station. This is my artwork station.
Is it still working? We can't hear you, Morgan, when you turned your camera.
Oh, when I turn it? Oh, of course. When I'm turning it, guys, I will just hold things up then. But I have a big tray, and on my big tray is all of my paints. So I'm going to hold everything up a little bit at a time, and you can see my paints, my paper, and different things that you can use for dropping. So I decided, since I know there's been a lot of talk about different medical procedures, that I thought it would be funny if I did something kind of silly for today. And instead of just using eyedroppers, I could also use other medical equipment, Olivia, to do my dropping. So guess what I brought? I brought tiny syringes. These are different things that we use for medicine and different things that we use in healthcare that I can pick up liquid and I can squirt it out. Now you may have little droppers, guys. You may have something called Q-tips or cotton swabs. These are also really great for doing painting. when you're doing eyedropper painting, because you can drip drop with all of these.
But I wasn't eyedropper.
Does everybody else have droppers or paints like this that you can use? I even brought a funny, silly one. Do you want to see my funny, silly one, guys? So there's a tiny one. Here's the next size up. What do you think about this one? Is that not the biggest thing you've ever seen? I figured it would do the biggest splashes on the paper. So we'll have to see. But look, this is a big, huge syringe that's for painting today. Pretty cool, eh? So I'm going to turn this and I will sit in front of it so that everybody can hear me, okay? But let's get our paper ready. Can each of you get your paper ready and your eyedropper? And we'll get started with our painting. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I think today I'm going to try using a bit of pinkish white paper. And then I'll use my absorbent paper too, because they all make different patterns. Has anyone ever seen anything like this? It's like a cloth paper. It's like a paper towel in some places they call them. Now, if you do it on this, it will make really big drip drops like this. You can make pictures, you can do a rainbow, you can do whatever you'd like. So let's get our paper ready, guys, and let's start doing some dropper art. All right, I'm going to turn this a little bit so that you can still see, and I'll stay in front, Olivia, so you can still hear me. There we go. I'll just crouch down so you can still hear me, guys, okay? All right, should I start with the teeny tiny dropper? Should I do my smallest one, guys? All right, and which color should I use today? Red? Or should I start using orange since it's October and it's the first month where Halloween is coming? Halloween. Okay, I'm doing orange. All right, I've got an orange syringe and I've got an orange dropper. Now, if I put it down low, let me move my paints out of the way. If I put it down low, it makes a small dot. But if I drip it up high, whoa, it does big drops. Can you see the difference? Little and big. There we go, guys. Let's see what drops you can do. Maybe I'll turn these into little pumpkins. I've got little orange circles. If I add green, I can make them look like pumpkins. There we go. I'm going to get some green next. Green is my favorite color right now. You guys like green as well? Excellent.
Definitely, Morgan.
I do.
What's your favorite color, guys?
What's your favorite color?
All the colors.
All the colors.
Oh, I like that. You know what? I do like rainbows. Rainbows are probably one of my favorite things to draw because every rainbow has every color, right? There we go. Look, I made them into pumpkins. I'll hold them up so you can see. There we go. My drip drops turned into pumpkins.
Very good, Morgan.
I'm having so much fun with you guys. Now I'm going to change to a different medical tool. I'm going to use this cotton swab and I'm going to do this time. I think I'll do red all around. Maybe I'll make a special drip drop art with just red around the edges. See, this one is a lot tinier when you use this. Tiny little dot. Yeah. I'm noticing different sizes. Nico, are you still there? Are you using big drops or small drops today?
We don't have any materials, so we're just watching for now.
Oh, that's good. Well, you'll have to decide which one you want to use because you can use tiny little Q-tips like this, guys, or you can use big droppers, right? And you can make all sorts of different art. You think I should do more than one color at a time, guys, and see what happens? Yeah. Okay, let's try it out. I'm going to do a little bit of blue and a little bit of yellow. And if I squirt them all at the same time, what do you think will happen, guys?
Whoa.
Kind of looks like rain. Let's see. I like that. You know what I've noticed though, guys? we're using colors, but most of the time, is there any color in eye drops?
No.
No, there isn't. It's usually quite clear, isn't it? Yeah, and that's so that if you are trying to look and do things while you're waiting for your eye drops to work, you can still see clearly. Because if there was a color in it, it would change the way you're able to see. So now that I've done such big drip drops, should we use the giant drip dropper?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we do it with, what color have I not used? I haven't used purple. Should we do purple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready? How much? Just a little bit, right? It's just so big. All right, here we go. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna move this so you can see it better, guys. Ready? Oh, it looks kind of like midnight. Here we go. Whoa!
Springy.
I wonder if it would fill the whole paper. Look at that. What do you think, Nico? Do you like that color? I think this one might be my favorite today.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's really cool. I like that
Yeah.
color. It's
Yeah.
like dark purple in the middle and light purple.
Yeah, it's like nighttime.
I was just gonna say we're a storm. Pretty neat. Now, guys, one of the things that I like to do when we're talking about eye drops is I'm liking talking about strategies that you like that help you be and feel successful when you have eye drops. Now, some of my friends like to go like this and relax their face and open their eyes once the drops have gone in. And other friends like to blink, blink, blink. What do you like to do? Can any of you share your tips for what helps you have a good eye drop experience? Oh, go ahead.
What I do is I open up my eye, I close my eyes like this. They put the eye drop on, then I open my eyes.
That's a great strategy. That's one of the ways that I think Olivia and I teach kids the most is to keep them closed and then open them and then the eye drops go in. But lots of my friends, my little friend Lincoln, he likes to blink, blink, blink his eyes. And have you guys noticed when you're opening your eyes really wide, it helps when you open your mouth? Like this?
Really? Yeah. Oh, look.
Try
Here.
it out.
Use this. This will absorb better.
What do you think? Nico, does it help when you open your eyes really wide if you open your mouth too? Kind of looks like I'm surprised when I do that. Right, Olivia? That's perfect.
Very good.
Sometimes.
Although I look so funny when I'm putting mascara on.
Oh, yes. You know what? That's right, Nico. Sometimes when ladies or gentlemen are putting on anything on their eyes, they often go like this.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. So one of the things that my other friend was teaching me here in Canada was the difference between the types of drops that we get. So remember, Lou, we talked about drops that dilate your eyes. We talked about drops that are for infections. And we also talked about drops that are for lubrication. And that means if your eye has been particularly dry. So there's lots of different reasons, but the drops feel different in your eyes, don't they, my friends?
I need more colors.
Sometimes the drops that are for dilating your eyes, my friends describe it as hot drops. Has anyone ever thought about what it feels like and how you would describe it? What do they feel like when you put the dilating drops in your eyes? Do you remember? What do you think, Nico or Lou? Is there anything that you can use words to describe what it feels like when those drops go in?
It's sort of like it's like, wow, something's going in, but also you also start to get a bit blurry.
Yes, you're right. It gets blurry and you can definitely feel the extra water in your eyes, right? Do you feel like it's a hotter feeling, like a warm feeling, that medicine that goes in?
Most of the time.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about a lot is Livia and I have been talking about how some drops feel hot and some drops feel cool. In fact, the ones that are for lubrication, so when your eyes are dry, often feel very cool. So those are the cool drops. Oh, wow, look at that. I see some beautiful artwork. You're welcome to share, everybody, if you've been working on some artwork. I love to see bright and colorful drip drop art. So much fun. Oh, wow, Lou, that's fantastic. It looks so cool.
Okay.
This is so much fun, guys. I'm so glad you can come and play with me. I wish we were all playing in person, but at least we get to see each other from all around the world. And I love seeing your beautiful artwork, guys. Now I'm gonna do a little bit more artwork too. And then I think we could, if you guys are interested, I have a book that is about prosthetic eyes. And I thought we could read a little bit about that because sometimes our friends have a special eye. It's called a prosthetic. Would it be okay if I read that story to you after we finish our artwork? And I promise I'll sing this song again. Yeah? Would it be good if we read the prosthetic eye book? Maybe while you keep doing your artwork, would that be okay, guys?
It's probably enough.
Okay. So this one says, my prosthetic eye, visiting the ocularist.
Probably enough.
And if
for her, but
you
it's
can
not
believe
for
it,
her.
guys, my puppet is in here. He's one of my favorite toys to play with.
While we try on.
Here he is. He says, hi. Hi, Mark. There's your special eye book, Mila. That's beautiful. Will you read me your book and I'll read you my book? When you're ready, okay? When you're ready. But here, you can listen to my silly story first. Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm waiting in the waiting room to see my ocularist. My ocularist will make a special prosthetic eye. He's waiting in the waiting room. I bet you've all had a chance to wait in waiting rooms, haven't you? Here's a picture and look, it's Morgan. And this is Matt. He's the ocularist. An ocularist is a special person that makes artificial eyes. I call mine a prosthetic eye or special eye.
Must have had
Purple, blue, yellow.
Some waiting rooms have toys or books to play with while you wait. Do many of your waiting rooms have books and maybe toys to play with, my friends? That's good, because it would be pretty boring if you didn't have toys. When it is my turn, I might get to sit in a big chair. Now, this is a really cool big chair that our friend Matt has, but this is a comfy chair for you to sit in while you talk to the ocularist. My ocularist will take photos of my eye. Do you think that there's a reason why he's taking photos? Not just because you're super amazing, like kids definitely need pictures taken. Do you know, Nico, why do they take pictures of your eyes?
Maybe so they can like see without like needing to take it out, so they can see like the eye but with zoomed in photos.
Yeah, definitely. And they also want to see if you have another eye, so an eye that is not a prosthetic. They want to make sure that they know what it looks like so they can match the prosthetic eye. Yeah, that's a very special task. They're very good artists and they need to know what they're painting. So there will be times I can wait in the special chair while the ocularist prepares materials to put in my eye socket. That's to make the mold. So he's waiting in the chair. The special material is like a soft putty that goes in my eye socket to help us learn how my eye socket is shaped. It feels cool at first and then it gets warmer. Here's the putty. He's mixing it up and he's putting it inside the socket. Now, can you guys guess why it starts out warm and then it gets cooler, or starts out cool and then it gets warmer? It's a chemical reaction. Isn't that neat, guys? It's a special reaction so that it thickens up and so they can see the shape of the socket inside your body. Yeah, so it goes in squishy and it comes out nice and firm so that they can see the shape of your eye. Now, to make the prosthetic, there are many steps, including pouring special materials into the mold of my socket to make sure that they fit just right. So here are some pictures of the process where the ocularist has taken the mold and he's putting in the special prosthetic eye material. My ocularist uses many tools to sculpt my eye, including a Dremel, which is a special drill tool, guys, to smooth the corners, and a buffer to soften the edges and shine it. There are lots of different types of equipment, and most of the time kids don't get to see it, so I wanted to make sure you could see it. Yeah, polishing an eye is very important because we want it to be nice and shiny. Once the prosthetic is ready, my ocularist can paint it to look just like my other eye. So you were right, Nico. He wants to make sure that it looks just like your other eye. There we go. There is a prosthetic being buffed and shined. There's a funny little tool here that spins around and around, guys, and it's soft and fuzzy. And that helps to polish the eye. It would probably feel pretty tickly on your fingers if you were polishing the eye. When my prosthetic is ready, my ocularist will use a suction cup to hold it and place it in my eye. Do you guys know how to use suction cups, or do you use your own fingers to take your prosthetic out?
I use fingers.
Yeah, fingers? Mila, did you say fingers?
Both.
Both. Oh, that's good, because Nico, you said both too, right, buddy?
With fingers.
You like to do fingers? Yeah. And you know what? A lot of, I think both Olivia and I know lots of friends who get to be so confident that they usually just use their fingers and push down on the bottom. That's the easiest way. When my prosthetic is being gently placed in my eye in this picture. So see, in this picture, the ocularist is using the suction cup. And a lot of the time, that's just because it's very polite and it helps keep it clean. But if you are confident and comfortable using your clean hands to do it, that's the best way to do it, right, Olivia? I always want to support you guys using what you feel you're most comfortable with. Now this one, I might get a sticker because sometimes the ocularists give stickers, but I think getting an eye is the best present of all. Now, how are we doing with our artwork, guys? Are we doing okay? Yeah, Mila, did you make another painting? And Lou, did you do another painting as well? Oh, it turned out great. Look at that. I think we might make a rainbow one because we've been talking about rainbows. Oh, that's fantastic. Whoa, that's beautiful. Look what Olivia did, guys. Olivia made a very bright, colorful one.
I think my favorite part is where all the colors blend together and they mix and make new colors. Yeah.
I see that the blue and the yellow turned into green. I love that. And the blue and the red have turned into purple. Fantastic. That's so exciting to see the changes, guys. Now, I'm wondering if I tried to make a rainbow one on this piece of paper, do you think I should make it go across the page straight, or should I make it reach like an archway, guys? What do you think? Mila, should I do straight across the page so it all fits? Okay, let's try it out. Great, I'll turn this a bit and we'll see if we can get, there we go. You can see my paper. Get some red first. We'll go dripping all the way across the page. I know a song about rainbows. Do you want me to sing it, guys? Red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. I can sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow, sing a rainbow too. There we go. Oh, it's working. It did work. Oh, Mila, that was a good idea. It's all going in a row. All right, let's see. I need yellow now, because after red and orange comes yellow. Here we go. Just got to make sure I don't mix all my colors up. Oh my goodness. I have to keep cleaning out my drip droppers, guys. What if I turn the colors into a mix? Okay, yellow is next. What comes after yellow? Mila, do you know what comes after yellow in the rainbow?
Pink.
Ooh, I haven't even made any pink. I thought I was going to put in green, but I can put in pink. Let's see if we can do that. A little bit of that. Here we go. All right, here comes. Ooh, it turned out nice. Okay, here comes some green. There we go. And after green comes some blue. Are you ready, blue? Oops, I spilled a bit, but that'll just look cool like Olivia's. There we go. Blue. And the last one is purple, that dark indigo color that Nico and I like so much. There we go. Ta-da! Now, guys, if I pick this up, do you think it'll run and all of the rainbow will blend together? Should we try it? Okay. Oh, I'm nervous. Let's see what it looks like. Ready? Go. It did work.
Oh, wow.
It's a rainbow across my whole page. Oh, what a good idea. Thanks, guys, for helping me do that. It turned out really great. Now, does anybody have any songs they can share with me, or should we practice our drip drop song again?
Drip drop song.
All right, are you ready? Do you want me to? I can probably, if you guys want, I do have, for those of you that are readers, I do have it written out and I can put it up so you can see it. Would you like to see that, guys? The words, and we can sing it together? Okay,
Yes,
let me get it ready. Yeah, so Olivia can sing with me.
Try, or yeah.
Okay, let me just make sure that you can see the whole thing. Okay. Oh, not quite. You can't fully see it. Can you guys? Just parts of it, and I'll have to move it?
Yeah, just parts of it.
Okay, so I'll move it as we go along. All right. Drip, drop, drip, drop, eye drops in my eye. Drip, drop, drip, drop, important for my eyes. I can take a deep breath, sing songs and blink my eyes. And this will help me cope my best at eye drop time. You did it, guys. Amazing. I'm so proud of you. So what do you think? Is this one a good song, or do you think we should maybe write a different song? What do you think, guys? Are you all musically inclined? Do you feel like we should maybe write some other songs, or could we write a storybook? Because one of the things Olivia and I would like to do is to get your thoughts on what we need to do. I like the idea of closing your eyes, Lou, and then opening them when you're letting the drops come in. But what are the other strategies that you use? Mila, is there anything that you like to do? Do you like to sing a song, or do you like to have a distraction when you're doing eye drops? What's the favorite thing for you?
I can cat 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana.
I love that idea. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4, 5 banana, 6 banana, 7 banana more. That's a good one. Is there any other ideas, guys? Do you think, Nico, is there anything that you like to do, or Lou, that you like to do when you're having your drops that helps you to be distracted?
I think of positive stuff.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. So positive things might be the things that you're interested in, or somewhere special that you might be going, or something, an activity you like to do. That sounds like a great idea. So I could be thinking about positive things like ice cream and chocolate bars and milkshakes. That would be a good one. What do you think, Lou? Is there anything that you like to do? You do really good blinking and opening your eyes, but do you like to do a special activity?
Sometimes I like to play with something while I'm doing it, because most of the times I cry because they sting.
That's right. You know what I usually encourage people to do, and I have one of them right here, is I always encourage people to have something in their hands that keeps their hands busy. It could be a squishy ball. It could be one of those new special popping toys. It could be so many different things, but the one thing we don't want to do is touch our eyes. What happens if we touch our eyes or rub our eyes? Do the drops work?
No.
Not really, right? So it's good to keep our hands busy. So Lou, when you're using something or doing something to keep you busy and happy, do you usually like to have a tangle or a funny distraction toy, or even like a fidget activity?
I would like to have one of the light toys. I have one of them. If you want, I can go get it.
Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, thank you, Lou. You're even helping as my presentation. Great job. But yeah, having something that you can squeeze really tight, even a big stuffed animal, like your favorite toy, or mommy's or daddy's hands, right? We like to squeeze their hands, right, guys? As tight as can be, but we don't want to rub our eyes. So keeping our hands busy is a great idea. And that's why I have these funny balls. Sometimes we use these. Sometimes we even use other toys that just help to keep our hands busy. But I know that if you're doing drops at home, it's not the same as at the hospital. So at home, it might be a little bit more fun and a little bit more motivating. And I see, Mark, that you guys have your dog there, because dogs and cats and pets are really helpful, guys, when we're having eye drops or different things that we have to do, like eye therapy at home. So having a pet to help you, give you some snuggles and keep you busy is another good strategy, right? Yeah, Olivia, is there any special tools that you like to use? Do you guys like to do singing more? Do you like to blow bubbles more? Do you like to play with fidgets more?
We have lots of fidgets available at the hospital for the kids to use. And we also tend to like to use visual schedules as well. So when we, each time the kids finish their drops, they can pull one of the little pictures off the schedule and put it in the finish pile, so they know how many times they need to do their drops and when the drops are then finished. So
that's kind of exciting, guys. That sounds a lot like a way to reward yourself when you're all done, right? It's like checking the box and saying, hooray, we're done. Mila, do you like to hold anything special in your hand when you're having eye drops?
I don't.
No, you just know how to stay calm and take deep breaths?
Miller just wanted to show, but I don't think you can see it. But if you look close, there's Olivia blowing Miller bubbles.
Oh, yes. Well, you know what? That is my favorite thing to do. And now with our masks, I don't get to blow bubbles as much.
Very hard to blow bubbles at the moment.
He's very good at blowing bubbles, aren't you, Olivia?
That's right. And you know what, guys? It's a very important part. Yeah. Oh, look at that, Lou. That's beautiful. I love it. That reminds me of Frozen.
Lights off so you can see it better.
That is true. It's beautiful. It lights up, and it's definitely something to keep your hands busy. I love it. I like to use light up toys too. The ones I have are a big round ball. Yeah, this is really great, guys. I like these tips, and I think, Olivia, we should add all of these to our new book that we're writing about how to be and feel successful during eye drops. And Lou, you know what? I think it's important because one of the things that you said was that because they're uncomfortable, you sometimes get upset. And guess what, guys? That's normal and it's okay. But there are definitely ways that we can help you have a better experience. And I'm sure, Mark, you've probably had some good ideas of ways to keep Lou busy when she's having her drops and cheer her up. And I want all of us to think about all those different ways to cope better. Right, Mark?
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes dads and moms do silly stuff. Sometimes it's Olivia and Morgan, us child life specialists, but all of those things can help you have a better experience, guys. But we don't know what you want until you tell us. Right? So Nico, if you really think it would be funny if I sang a song about farts when you're having your eye drops, then I would do that. You know that, guys. I could even make the best fart noises. All of those things are really important to help us have a smile and a good laugh and make sure we have a good time. Now, Mila, I see you. Are you holding up another beautiful piece of art? That is wonderful. I like how the colors blended in that one. Wow, guys, I'm really proud of you. Now, I see that there is a message from our One RB World people. I'm wondering, are we supposed to wrap it up? Because I could talk forever and play with you guys forever. Olivia knows that. I like to play.
Okay.
So let me check. Are we finished? Because I would just like to maybe keep planning and playing with you guys and getting more ideas. I've been writing down your tips, guys. And Mila, I like the idea of blowing bubbles. Do you know why? Because when you blow bubbles, what does your body do? Can you practice with me, guys? When you blow bubbles, you actually take a deep breath. And when you take a deep breath, it helps your body to cope better with what's happening. Yeah, so that's actually the most lovely part of it, is that we're having so much fun blowing bubbles, but we're really doing a great job by keeping calm and taking a deep breath. So let's practice blowing another bubble. Are you ready, guys? Let's take a deep breath in and blow it out. Excellent. Doesn't your body feel better? I think so. My body feels better every time I take a deep breath. And if it was okay, Olivia and I would like to blow bubbles all the time, but now we can just practice even under our masks, doing deep breaths like this. Excellent job. I love it. So I will, if everybody's okay with it, I will send out the copy of our song, and I'm happy to sing it in the main proceedings too, Olivia. I never mind singing for all the adults, guys. So if you can practice, I can put it back up. I can share my screen again, and I can put it back up in case anybody would like it. Let me get it ready for you. But I will send it out to everybody. Why don't we sing it one more time and then we'll finish our session, okay, guys? Here's the eye drop song, and I'll start at the top. Ready, guys? Drip, drop, drip, drop, eye drops in my eyes. Drip, drop, drip, drop, important for my eyes. I can take a deep breath. Sing songs and blink my eyes, and this will help me hope my best eye drop time. Hooray! Remember, clap your eyes. Yay, guys, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for coming and playing with me tonight or today. For us in Canada, it's nighttime and the sun has gone down, but for Olivia and Mila, it's the beginning of the day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very miserable rainy morning in Victoria anyway.
Oh no, that's too bad. Well, it is a nice night here in Canada, in Toronto, where I am, guys. But I wish we were all together in the sun in Hawaii. But thank you guys very much. Can you all reach your hand out in front of you and then pat yourself on the back for a good, hardworking session? Great job. And I hear from our friends, Marissa and everybody in California, that it's very hot in California. Don't rub it in. It's cold in all of these other places. But I love you guys so much. And I can't wait for you to practice our new strategies and continue to do eyedropper art. Okay, Nico, you can do eyedropper art tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Morgan.
Back
Thank you,
in the main
Olivia. Thank you so
session. Bye,
much.
guys. Good to
Bye,
see
everyone.
everyone. Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Morgan.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
I'm gonna say bye.
Bye.